is a delight to be joined from across the pond by David Benavedez. David, thank you for your time. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I just want to tell you thank you so much for inviting me on the show, and I feel really good.
That's good to hear. Look, a week out now from your fight with Demetrius Andrade. He's called for a big fight such as yourself for a long time. I just wanted to start by asking you, do you think this is the best fighter you've faced?
Yeah, I definitely think he's one of the best fighters I've faced. Obviously, I have two other fighters that are world champions as well, Caleb Plant and Anthony Durrell. But I do think that Demetrius Andrade, he has more tricks up his sleeve than the other guys. But it's going to be a really good fight. I know he's coming really prepared. I prepare myself really well. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to show the people what I got to offer November 25th.
You mentioned the tricks up his sleeve. Obviously, a southpaw could be quite difficult. What does he do well as a fighter?
He uses the ring really well. He has good defense. He's very technical. He keeps his distance well. But I think what the difference maker is going to be in this fight is just that I'm just too big, too powerful, too strong, too young, and I want it. You know what I mean? I worked extremely hard for this training camp. I had some great, sparring partners, great lefties. So I think we emulated his style pretty good, and we're just going to be ready for whatever comes our way November 25th.
That's one thing I was going to touch on, preparing for a lefty. How do you find facing southpaws? Do you find it comfortable?
I think it's very comfortable, to be honest with you. I don't have a problem with it at all. I've only fought two lefties in my career, but I've sparred a lot of lefties, a lot of good lefties too. So I really don't feel like it's a difference. And especially since we prepared for a lefty for 3 months, we've been doing stuff that punches that will land more on lefties than conventional fighters. So, we studied them pretty good. And, like I said, I'm confident that we're going to be ready for whatever he brings.
Aside from the different stance and a few other differences, do you think this will be a similar fight to the Caleb Plant in a way?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be very similar. He moves around a lot. He's probably going to be trying to clinch a lot too. So I feel like the experience that I had, from my last fight is really going to help me well in this fight as well.
Demetrius has cried out for a fight like this for a long time. He's had similar problems to yourself trying to get people in the ring with him. Do you sympathize with him in a way in that sense that you've both been waiting for this for a long time?
Yeah, I definitely do. I feel like you said, he was in the same place that I was in. People didn't want to give him the fights. So with me, I'm not afraid of nobody, and I'm really comfortable. I mean, I'm really confident in my skills. So I think it was my obligation to make this big fight happen with him, because at the end of the day, you need a dancing partner too. You can't just do everything by yourself. And he's a really, really, really good champion. He's a champion in two different weight divisions. He has a lot of experience, but I just feel like I'm extremely confident in what I could do, and I'm very sure I'm gonna get him out of there. Probably late round stoppage, in my opinion.
See my days are cold without you, but I'm hurting while I'm